Good morning, everybody. This is Authored on the Block, and we're only 2 minutes late this morning. Sorry, some minor technical difficulties, but we seem to have them all worked out. But now I just realized that my microphone is not correctly plugged in. I hope everybody had a great weekend, a great Father's Day weekend. We're going to get right into it with crypto and crypto news. I've got people on. Okay, I think we're okay. Now let's see if my microphone is working. I hope everybody can hear me. Can someone give me if they can hear me? Okay. I think we're good now. I'm pretty sure we're good now. Okay. There we go. Okay, so here we are. It is Monday morning. It is 10 a.m. It is June 21st, the summer solstice. We had a non-eventful crypto weekend, a very non-eventful crypto weekend. Really did the markets just stay sideways, and we were very concerned about where these markets were going, how this market was going to look this weekend, and it really seems as though we just sort of sat sideways in the crypto markets, which is good for the weekend. We needed a little breather, but let's get right into it. Let me go turn on my screen here. Let's go turn on some charts, and we'll take a look at it. We'll get right into it just to see where we are. Here we go. Takes 1 second to get over. There you go. Okay, great news, great news. Now we should be able to see. Get rid of this. There we go. Now we got what we want. Okay, where we are. We are Bitcoin at 32,961. 32,961. ETH under 2,000. So I've got a ton of stuff, some really interesting stuff that I want to go over right now. Really, really cool things going on in the crypto world. So look, first of all, what's going on? What really drove this down? That is some real interesting. So I don't want to go to here. Let's go. There's a Bitcoin news article. Here we go. Where is it? No idea what my Bitcoin news article. Okay. So what's the deal with China? China is now saying no. They're telling banks can no longer facilitate any sort of Bitcoin transactions. Now, this has gone on for a while, but now China has clearly said nothing in the way of banks. So they're really doing this. But so the real question is, why is China stopping Bitcoin or trying to stop Bitcoin, such a huge piece of its economy? I think the answer here is super obvious. 3,000 ATMs in Beijing offer digital yuan. China's not going against cryptocurrencies. China just doesn't want to compete with their own cryptocurrencies. And honestly, I think this is separating China from not just Bitcoin, but it's separating China from the US dollar standard. It's going to be so much. First of all, the problem with has always been with Bitcoin is you can't really transact with Bitcoin. Is the soda I'm about to buy based off a $30,000 Bitcoin or $40,000 Bitcoin? I can't buy a soda that way, right? So it's too time consuming. It's too cumbersome for anybody to truly use Bitcoin other than, similar to gold, a store of wealth. Now, digital yuan comes out, and it's now a stable currency that I can pay for stuff on my phone. Boom, boom, boom. It's controlled by the government. Obviously, the government of China likes it because they get to turn around and say, we know exactly where everybody's spending their money. We know where every penny is going. Every penny, we know where it's going. So that's huge. So 3,000. Now the question really is, at what point does the U.S. government or do our geniuses in Congress keep stomping their feet? We've got to protect against Bitcoin. We've got to stop this. We've got to stop this cryptocurrency. And at some point, if they don't do something, people are going to turn in the U.S. are going to turn to the digital yuan to transact because it's stable, it's easy. Why not, right? So if the United States doesn't have a digital dollar, why wouldn't we use any other? There's no borders anymore. There's no financial borders that we have to deal with. That is a huge thing. So the crackdown on the cryptocurrencies or the other announcement, whether it's FUD, they've made similar announcements before, and if it wasn't this way, it was going to this way. So it's not a surprise. Talk about Elon Musk. Elon Musk tweeted, where is it? Elon Musk tweeted, "Happy Father's Day," and the markets didn't go down. Congratulations, Elon. You put out a tweet. You didn't mess up the markets good. But I want to talk about Elon, one thing a little bit further. And, you've listened to the Winklevoss twins. The Winklevoss twins, the Facebook dudes. They also own Gemini. They own a ton of stuff since then. They really have been very successful since then. But those guys, they were pushing the fact that main companies like Tesla would be investing in Bitcoin. And so Elon Musk went out and bought $1 billion, I think $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. He sold 10%. There was some proof of concept to the board that he had to do. He also made $100 million while doing it. So take a look at this. That's not what we got. Unfortunately, my charts are not as organized as they should be here. So Bitcoin, Tesla bought 46,000 Bitcoin at an average of 32,610. That was December. It was in December they bought it at 32,610. Roughly Bitcoin right now, where are we trading with Bitcoin? Bitcoin is at 32,638. So I think Elon has enough money profit right now to go take Mrs. Elon out to dinner, and that's about it. So here's what I want to look at. Check out this chart. I don't know. Let me see if this is going to show on your screen. It did. Great. Excellent news. Look, Tesla bought Bitcoin at they have 42,000, average price of 32,000, roughly 32,000. Current price when I did this chart 15 minutes ago was 33,004. They had $1,000 profit per coin. Okay, $42 million in profit he just made. Nice job, Elon. Great job trading. Here's what I want to point out. Let's say Tesla's quarters end January, February, March, April, May, June. Tesla's quarter ends in 9 days from now. Let's say Bitcoin takes a dump right now, goes down to 22,000. They lose 10. He's got a $420 million loss on his hands. Elon's got a $420 million loss. And when they have to mark to market, when they have to sit there and take their assets and say, this is the actual value, not what we bought it at, when they have to mark to market, and last quarter, Elon made, what did he make? Last quarter, Tesla made $430 million. Let's say they make $430 this year, and now they've got to put on their books a $420 million loss. $420 million. There's no way corporations, like if I'm investing in Tesla, I'm investing in green energy, I'm investing in cars, I'm investing in solar, I'm investing in Tesla. I'm not investing in his speculative investments in Bitcoin. If I want to invest in Bitcoin, I'll invest myself. Okay, so that's it. That's the news of the day. Those are some interesting things I've seen, but let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin itself. Now, I have on May 21st of this year, I did something that was the most unpopular video I ever did on, it's down in the video, the most unpopular video I did, Bitcoin or Buttcoin. I said on May 21st, Bitcoin 20 to 22,000. And why I think this is, don't get me wrong, in 6 months, in 9 months, a year, Bitcoin resumes its growth. I absolutely believe that. But right now, take a look at this. And I'm going to go to a weekly chart and you'll see, let's go to the monthly chart. So this is a monthly chart of Bitcoin since 2014. It's a very interesting chart. You'll talk to any technical analyst and they'll tell you that coins, stocks, anything sort of returns to its mean at some point. So here's bouncing back and forth. And remember, a long-term chart like this, a long-term tech analysis line like this is not going to be perfect. It's not meant to be that way. It's supposed to show trends. We went up in 2017, 18, way away from this line, and slowly over time and decline, time as the line went up, decline as the price went down, time and decline, we came back to it. We went back up in mid-2019, time and decline. We came back to it. Where are we now? We went all the way up. We're declining. And over time, I fully expect that to come back to this long-term trend line. Sure, sometime over time, it'll dip down below right here. Sometimes it'll be above. But without a structural change to what we're doing, this is going to be the long-term growth because this will change. If it stays away, the line will start to move up. But so here's what we look at. If we look at, let's go to a daily chart, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here. Now, if you scroll up, look what's showing up in the bottom of this screen. Does everybody see that? Can everybody see that? This long-term line up here, right? So what we're seeing is this is that long-term trend line creeping in. This is that long-term trend line creeping in. Some point this summer, this right here is a 20,000. It's right around 20,000. That is a 2018 high. There's a 2018 high of 20,000, right at 20,000. And that has never, ever been retested. When we passed it, we passed this at some point last year, we blew right through it. This went right through this this trend line right here. Never hesitated. We went right through it. Now, so we've never tested it again. This is where, so we have a huge amount. Let's be clear on this. For Bitcoin to break down, there's a huge amount of support right here. You can scroll all the way back. You see it right here. You see even more of this support right here. So there's a lot of support right in here. So nothing in crypto, nothing in stocks, nothing in currencies trades straight up or straight down. But right now, you've got a lot of problems here with Bitcoin where this looks to me where while I certainly think in this 30 to 31,000 in that range right here we're in, we dipped down, we tested this 31,000 twice here. We dipped down even below to 30,000 here on that May sell-off, that first big sell-off, and then we're about to dip this for the third time. Okay, at some point or another, this is this down trend line that we've been looking at for quite some time, right here, and we haven't been able to get through it. Look, even in the 4-day, even a closer, shorter term look at this, and you can see. Did I say 4? Yeah, 4 hour. Here we go. So we've been bouncing back and forth, and we haven't been able to get back above that trend line. This looks weak. We're oversold. In the short term, yeah, I think we're going to bounce. We're not quite in a real oversold status, but we stayed in an oversold status for literally 5 days, 6 days here, 4 or 5 days here. We stayed in an oversold, so it's not unlikely that we come down to an oversold down at some point here, and we bounce. Do we retouch off this? But I don't know if I see the momentum here for this to hold. So I think we come back down to this, and we have to look. If we can't hold this, if market doesn't change and we can't hold this, we're looking at, let me get rid of this line here. We're looking here at this long-term cross where 20,000, that 2018 high, and this long-term trend line. That's where I'm really looking. I think right now you're looking at a 31,000. If you're staying at this day to day, you've got this 31,000. When this gets super oversold, that's probably your opportunity. And you've got this sort of resistance back up here at 35,000. So you've got a 5,000 point run, 4,500, 5,000 point run. That's a perfect trading opportunity. I don't trade in that short term. I'm looking for a bigger move down and picking this up on the way back up. I'll trade this on a short term, but really looking for a much bigger move. I thought we were going to bounce off this. I had hoped we were going to bounce off this on the way down, but we did not get that. So yes. So to your questions, I'm seeing questions in the chat. Yes, I absolutely believe we have 30 to 31,000 strong support. I think we're in the summer. I think traders go away. I think people go away. I think people are outside. I think people are doing what I did. This is my weekend. Happy Father's Day to everybody. If I didn't say Happy Father's Day, this was me relaxing on Father's Day. That's how you relax on Father's Day. I had nothing going on. Okay, let me get back to it. Sorry. So this is where we're looking. I think, again, we're checking back. But now if you look at everything else, let's keep going down this list. Now I want to show you the difference between coins that have really, really taken a dive and now the coins that have really gotten hit but have sort of maintained what they're doing. Like even Ethereum, we have the exact same thing. Here is this 1726, but again, right below Ethereum is this 1416. Now, everybody is, I want to point out one thing, and this is for everybody who gets crazy about the prices coming down. You remember at 1416, if this dips down tomorrow and hits 1416 tomorrow on June, what day is today? June 20, summer solstice. If it dips down tomorrow and hits 1416 on June 22nd, you realize in less than half of a year, we still have a double. Ethereum was at 700 and change on January 1st. So we still have a double with a whole half of the year to go, right? This is, these are not unreasonable pullbacks. Everybody gets super hyped and we're all so, excuse me. I hope I didn't cough in that. Sorry, guys. Hope I didn't cough in my mic here. Everybody gets so super wrapped up on Bitcoin, but it's all the other coins that are moving up. Bitcoin, Bitcoin's up 100% this year, or it was. Right now, it's at pretty much break even this year. Bitcoin's up was up 100%. ETH was up 600%. Do you want to go down the list of coins as to where they were during the excuse me, during where they've gone this year? ETH is one of those that while it is traded out, and I'm stepping back here a little bit, and you're going to see some long-term stuff. I'm going to start right after this video, right after this live, starting tomorrow's live at 10 o'clock. We're going to start going and buy zones. We're going to start focusing a lot more on buy zones and where we're looking on buy zones. But if you look at Ethereum, look at this long-term chart. This long-term chart, okay, you can extend this out. This extends way, way past. I just messed it up. Sorry. This extends way, way past all the way down to here, down to March of 2020. It started this uptrend. Sure, it dipped down. It was up above the trend here. It was down below the trend here. So be it. Even if it dips down here, that sucks, but it's a healthy coin. You look at businesses, Ethereum, Solana, ADA, Matic, Luna, all these are businesses. You look at Bitcoin, well, Bitcoin looks really crappy. Look at Litecoin. We made a lot of money on Litecoin on the way up. Litecoin looks crap, horrible. But you step down and well, even Doge is in here. Even Doge is in here. Doge is holding on. It's a different animal because this is Doge and Elon and Twitter, right? So that's a different animal. But look at all these other coins. ADA's gotten whacked. But realistically, look at it. That's a pretty healthy looking chart, still maintaining this uptrend. So you can see these are prior drawings from prior days I keep on here. But you can say ADA is still holding this uptrend, and now at some point in the next month, 45 days, 60 days, when Cardano goes onto the mainnet, and actually you'll be able to issue smart contracts on Cardano, that's huge. That's tremendous. These are real. So I want to tell you the differences are, and we can go down to Matic. Look at Matic. Matic's been whacked, but look at Matic. It's a nice, steady, long-term uptrend. Sure, it had this crazy burst. It had this crazy burst. Had all these, but look at these charts. Look at all these. Look at Solana. Solana's same thing. Because these are, you want, and here's the one thing. The difference between these coins, Solana, Luna, Matic, ADA, we go down the list. The difference between these and Bitcoin and Litecoin and Dogecoin, let me get to it. What's the difference? This is a coin, okay? Nothing else. Ethereum is a business. The coin supports the business. I say this over and over and over again. Over and over. By the way, guys, I keep forgetting to do this all the time. I get so excited. Can everybody please hit the like button down below? It lets YouTube know, let more people know that we're here and that we are live. So please, if everybody can hit the likes, I'd super, super appreciate that. So let's go back to it. Bitcoin is a coin. It's got nothing else, right? And as time goes on, we see it's more and more limited. It's a great, great store of value. It's the benchmark for the crypto markets. But if you own Ethereum, Cardano, any of these other coins, you're kind of annoyed at Bitcoin being crushed like this because your investments in these altcoins that are businesses and have actual business developments can't grow because they're pulled down by Bitcoin. So keep looking at this. Ethereum, business, Cardano, business, XRP, business, Dogecoin. It's a coin. It's a coin and a Twitter account. Right now, that's it. Keep going down. Dot, Swap, Binance. Keep going down. Litecoin. It's a coin, right? The ones that have gotten hit the worst are the ones that are simply just coins. Nothing else. There is no other business associated with it other than a coin. And the problem with that is the digital yuan If China wants it, we'll wipe those out. The digital yuan will not wipe out Ethereum. The digital yuan will not wipe out ADA. It will not knock out all these. These are businesses behind these. That's super important when you invest. I will tell you, I think Bitcoin is an important player in this market. It is important for us, but I don't know if Bitcoin is really the future of what we're doing. The coins, the coins that back businesses are. But you look at, now let's take a look at some of the other coins we've had. These are, by the way, everything here on the right side. If everybody can see the right side of my my page, everything here on the right side, everything here on the right side is really the coins that I follow, invest in on a super regular basis. There's other coins we look at all the time, but these are the ones that I follow. There's about 20 to 25 coins that I'm just religiously on top of. And of course, you pop any in, we're glad to take a look at them. Okay, that is it. So starting tomorrow, we're going to start doing price zones. Okay, we're going to start focusing on buy zones because now we've gone down. I mean, if you look, even if we just go back quickly to Bitcoin, we've come down a long way, right? We've come down 50%. Bitcoin is now back right here. What is January 1st? January 1st close was 29,412. Bitcoin, can you imagine that, is break even for the year? We're pretty much break even. So, but let's go back and look at ETH. Where's ETH for the year? ETH was, here, I even put it in. 731.18 is ETH, January 1, right? 731.18. ADA, January 1. ADA, January 1 is that real? I'm not sure I'm right. I've got 17 cents. Yeah, that's it. 17.5 cents open on January 1. Matic. Let's keep going down this list. So, we're all so wrapped up in Bitcoin. All so wrapped up in Bitcoin right now and where it's going. It's overshadowing all the other great things. So what we're going to focus on now is buy zones moving forward. I believe that Bitcoin's not done. I don't think it's turning around at 30,000 and skyrocketing. Maybe it goes back up. Maybe it goes back up to that trend line. But I think Bitcoin is going to have a period of sort of non-movement. We've had them in the years past. Anytime it's had a sell-off, it's sat sideways for a while. It doesn't just boom and come back. There's no V-shaped recovery, right? So, okay. I will take a look at these charts more and more. A head and shoulders pattern, I think we're grasping. You can look at charts. You can look at technical charts and try to draw lines and lines and lines. And realistically, until you start to see confirmations of what you're thinking, it doesn't mean a lot, right? Let's take a look, and I'm just going to do this quickly before we go. I'm going to show this quickly right here. This line has been its own confirmation, right? And by doing what it's doing, this line right here, this downtrending green line, right, has become its own resistance. It's sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's really what it is. Here's a bounce. Here's a breakthrough. Here's resistance. Here's resistance. Here's resistance. Well, you consider this 1, 2. There's resistance. Here's the breakthrough, as we did. Boom. Even there, even take a look at this. It hesitated there at that line. We hesitated at that line. Boom. We then resistance, resistance. That line, that downward trending line, has now become a technical zone of support and resistance. At some point or another, it became its own. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It basically created its own line of resistance. And now as a trader, you have to honor that. You have to honor that as a resistance and support line. Just as you have to honor this as it's dipped off it twice. It's only dipped off it twice. This has had 6, 7, 8 interactions with this line. That's huge. That's a lot of interactions. Okay, everybody, that is it. If you could please hit the like button down below and, of course, subscribe to our channel. We've done a ton of YouTube videos, TikTok videos. We keep doing a lot of TikTok shorts, and we're going to start with TikTok videos. We're going to start doing YouTube shorts, which will just be quick hits on updates on coins. Our top 20 coins, we'll be constantly going through them so we get the quick updates on them, not the whole show that we'll be doing. 10 o'clock every morning. So tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., we will be back. Same bat time, same bat channel. Please share this with a friend. More friends, the merrier. Everybody, of course, have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I promise I will get to them. All right, everybody, have a great, great, great afternoon. Thank you, guys. Good luck.